sorry, Grave. That little punk, he betrayed us. Knew it. Fangaram left without laying a hand on him. Can you believe it? There wasn't a scratch on him. Only him. And do you know what he did then? That's all I remember.
Let's go, Spike. We have to keep fighting. Keep moving.
Mika? Are you all right? Spike did that. How could he?
But he saved me. Thanks to Seed, I can move.
But don't you see? He's turned you into a monster. Like me. You can never go back to your old self. Is that?
Spike's current location? What? Spike? Huh?
It's a trap.
Juji.
That place is filled with an army of monsters, armed to the teeth, waiting for us. My kind of odds. And when I'm through, I'm gonna teach that little punk a lesson. Just wait till I get my hands on him.
Here?
This is the seed factory we destroyed.
Isn't it obvious? They might as well hang a sign outside that says, "Trap." They must think we're idiots.
I do actually kind of like the lights coming in through the bolt holes. It's pretty good.
Yeah, there's some nice touches even at the end here.
Fortunately, we have no choice but to go inside.
I mean, we could leave, but...
Let's go.
Meh.
But then they might distribute more drugs, and that's bad.
Drugs bad, but guns good. I'm so torn.
Spike.
I mean, Mika seems fine.
Also, for the sake of transparency, I feel like I should come out at this point and say that this LP series has been funded by DARE.
The water's going down. Spike.
Why can't I get some of that DARE money?
Yeah, they sent me a note, and it was kind of, like, it was raining, so it's kind of smashed. Do drugs, kids.
Where are you?
So, welcome to the final level of the game, and it is easily the most difficult one so far, which makes sense. But not, like, difficult in a fun way.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
It's just gonna be this for 30 minutes.
Oh, strap yourself in. Let's go.
Strap yourselves in, guys. Quick, let's think of some good jokes. Not the bad jokes that we keep making.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. See you guys.
I'll see you later.
Oh, you got him.
Wow.
We're saved.
So, like, there are technically ways to get through these rooms without a lot of trouble, but, personally, I just have a lot of issue with the enemy spam. Because, as you see, as you kill more of them, they will just, like, drop down. And there are so many different types of enemies. Mm-hmm. Like, the rocket enemies you can handle by throwing them back with, like, melee attacks, but then they also throw sword people in, which, get in close and are able to, like, kind of get through a lot of those attacks. And as soon as you just lose your cool for a second, you can see it just goes to shit super fast.
It just seems like a clusterfuck.
Like, I'm gonna come out and say it right now, actually, like, every room of this is done on a continue. Like, I refill my entire life every time there's a scene transition, because this last level is just, like, so abrasively hard in places.
Mm-hmm. So, ballpark, how many times did you die while playing this level?
Let's see, I think I died 3 times just to get through this.
Oh my god.
It's a lot. I'm not comfortable with saying how many because
okay.
I honestly don't know. At least once per room, though.
What's the checkpointing like?
Every time that the screen fades to black, that's a scene transition where you get a checkpoint on that level.
Okay.
So these 4 rooms you all have to do in one life.
Basically, we'll be able to tell whenever your health comes back, right?
Right, exactly.
That'll be the checkpoint.
I like that these rocket guys are telling you to talk to the hand.
I like that this guy has the Punisher shirts. He's a big comics head. Also a libertarian.
For sure.
No, he's actually just a big Misfits fan.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he loves that song, Mother?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just by Glenn Danzig. That's not
just Danzig.
the Misfits.
Yeah, that's just Glenn Danzig.
He loves another song. I think it's by the same British dudes, Dancing in the Streets.
No, see, it's actually his favorite Misfits song is "I Want Your Skulls."
My favorite Misfits song is "Smooth" by Santana.
Shut up.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that.
That's all I have to say about that joke, Jake.
So here's the one nice thing is, right now they only have rockets, so I can just like fling my grave around like a big dumb idiot and just have them shoot themselves.
You could just be a tennis player doing practice swings. Just
No tennis instructor would support this regiment.
It's like, hey, I'm just gonna swing my coffin around, and if you get hit by it, that's your fault.
Yeah, at that point, I'm on grounds to just, like, get away with self-defense.
Just be on the grave going as he swings it around.
Oh, he's making airplane noises.
Yeah.
Well, he was just on a plane. He was super excited about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he loves planes. That's the one thing that gets him excited.
Couldn't wait to tell everybody about it. Just be like, and it was like, whoosh.
Yeah, but he has to do like hand signals all the time, and nobody can read those.
Right. But he knows all the conductor hand signals, so he can, like, accurately recreate the train scenes.
Yeah, he thinks, like, planes are headed by conductors. That guy's a weirdo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks those guys that are doing semaphore are called conductors.
Yeah.
He's mastered the forbidden art of
He also thinks the people
pantomime.
that make metaphors are called conductors.
Oh no.
He thinks the guy behind the counter at the grocery store he shops at is also called a conductor.
He just thinks everyone's called a conductor, no matter what they do in their job.
That explains whenever he was shooting up that grocery store, he like tipped his hat to the cashier.
That's
Right.
why Greg's online handle is called Conductor of Chaos.
Oh, whoa, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
See, whenever he orders a pizza, he always remembers to tip his conductor.
He's always surprised when it turns out they come by car and not by train.
No, he's convinced that the car is actually a tiny train.
That's the only reason he rides in the truck. Mika convinced him it was a train.
Yeah. He's just a big dead child who's obsessed with trains and airplanes.
Well, he can pull down on the thing and it makes the horn noise, so I mean, that's basically the same thing.
He sits in the passenger seat and does, like, the arm-tugging, like miming to tell him to pull the horn.
He doesn't own a house because he had to sublet it to buy all the Train Simulator 2 DLC.
Oh, no. But he loves it.
By far, Graves' most emotional moment during the game was whenever he had to defeat the two backhoes and just like
the bulldozers.
Yeah, the bulldozers. It was just like, I love the big machines so much. Why do they have to fight?
Seed? I can somehow sense seed.
Alright, so this section of the level requires you to basically take out seed generators, which we'll see in just a sec after I'm done blowing up these two flying cars or whatever. Ships.
I like that Mika's now has like seed senses.
Right. Well, they needed that little like demon thing before. Now they can just use Mika.
Yeah, it's like the spider sense.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that Spider-Man? That guy's a nut.
Yeah, he's like a spider or something.
Yeah, he swings some buildings, and I'm like, every time I read it, I'm like, get down from there, you dummy. You're gonna get hurt.
So these are the generators or whatever that also cause enemies to spawn, like you see right there in those eggs. And as soon as you blow them up, they blow up, and you don't have to do it again. And normally you'd have to run all the way around the arena to shoot up a bunch of guys to get to this next one. But I also found out that you can just aim from here and hit it relatively regularly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not perfectly accurate, but it lets you ignore like half of this level.
Yeah, this saves like frames, so it's really important for the speedrun.
It certainly saves life. But anyways, so now if we hit here, it'll tell us just go straight to the third one, and it spawns a whole bunch of enemies, which is why I didn't want to do it the right way. As you can see, these sword guys are just nuts. They are coming after me.
Oh yeah. They are out for blood, my friends.
I mean, their katanas have been folded so many times, they can take on the world.
They are extremely nude and mad. However, still very white. And not red.
Well, you know.
I mean, I guess
the drugs.
Seed is a nude world order.
Yeah. I mean, most people who are nude and mad are super white.
That's true. We say they're red, nude, and mad online, but they're just extremely pale. Maybe they have a farmer's tan.
Gotta play a little footsies with this robot flying ship.
Yeah, you gotta learn that Yomi of robot with missiles.
I'm playing a little bit of getting hit with this guy.
Well, that's just to build their self-confidence so that they get cocky.
Right, it's mind games.
Yeah, it's like when Bugs Bunny goes into a dress and kisses Elmer Fudd.
Right, it's a false sense of security thing, like, oh, someone loves me, but it's a lie, it's a joke.
Yeah.
No, it's just future friend's fetish.
Hey, don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me unless you're Bugs Bunny wearing a dress.
Yeah, that's true. You guys ever see those Bugs Bunny cartoons? I tell you, that guy's a clown.
I bet when Mika brought Grave back from the dead, he was like, "Forgive me, God, I'm about to go back to my old ways."
Right? Anyways, it's time to move forward. Until you destroy those, there are just infinitely spawning enemies in every section. So, like, it's just a race to see how fast you can kill it, because as soon as you do, it becomes much easier to move forward. Like, the first time I did this, it took me maybe an hour to get through the room because I thought, oh, well, I could just kill these things and get, an easy way out. No. This is a bad room. Like, a lot of the rooms will be going on forward through this level.
This is cool. This looks great and not at all, like, really frustrating.
Oh, yeah, no. Understand that I have died on this part of the bridge before.
Oh,
like going to the next part of the level.
Right at the exit. Oh.
Yep.
You little... Mika, have you gone mad?
Mika? How are you doing? Seed restructures the cells of its host, making them stronger. That increases the chance of its own survival, you see? During this process, Seed analyzes the makeup of its host to find the most efficient way of transforming its body. This includes a psychological analysis of the host. This is why everyone injected with the seed displays a different transformation. This means that depending on the host's willpower, they may be able to control Seed's invasion of their body.
What are you talking about?
I understand.
Mika is so strong. I thought she'd... I'm sorry.
I was almost dead. You had no choice but to do what you did.
You've got to be kidding me.
This is insane.
I don't know how much longer she will be able to control it. Seed might take over tomorrow, or maybe today. But I thought it was worth trying. Our goal is just beyond these doors.
Thank you, Spike.
Yeah. You all would have done the same thing in my place. Wouldn't you?
Yes. But this isn't over yet. You've given me a second chance. I have something to ask all of you. If we don't make it in time...
We know.
Please. Please do it. Before I stop being human.
Ugh, you kids. I'll never understand you. But there's still something fishy here. Just who are you, Spike? Huh? And what about Fangaram leaving you untouched? I don't get that at all.
Just wait. You'll understand everything soon enough. These doors are incredibly strong. Even a nuclear blast wouldn't dent them. They're made of a material not found on Earth. But if we don't get through these doors, we'll never reach Garino.
Listen, you...
Just watch.
Conducting DNA analysis. Identity confirmed. Garino, Creale, Corsiani. Gate opening.
What?
I had hoped I wouldn't have to tell you. But Corsione is my true identity. I'm his clone. An artificial being created using Garino's DNA. He created me just a year ago. I suppose he wanted a second in command. Someone who would be his intellectual equal, but still follow his orders. An intelligent slave. It was horrible. Can you imagine what it's like to know that you're nothing more than a copy? I had to get rid of him. I had to get rid of the original. That's why I left him and began plotting my revenge. That's right, Grave. My plan was to use you. I thought someone good enough to get away with the Billion City incident just might be able to defeat Garino. And my association with Mika? I approached her because I knew that she was the only one who could control Grave. I really had no use for you, Mika. I only wanted to use Grave to kill Garino. The soup you made for me, your kind words, your compassionate looks, they meant nothing to me. In fact, I could barely stand it. Once we get through these doors, it'll be all up to you. We don't have much time. Onward into the belly of the beast! That's all I have to say. Hey, wait for me.
I just want to get one thing straight. Did you sell us out to the enemy, punk?
No?
All right then.
But...
I know you're not Garino, and now I know why I was so suspicious of you.
You know, I worked really hard on making that soup for you.
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
I like how Spike just has this fucking dramatic speech and they just fucking pull his pants down.
Yeah. Stuff him in a locker and leave him to starve.
Yeah, they might as well.
Like, they're not even fucking mad at him. They're just like, Spike, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Spike, what the fuck ever.
Go back to the truck, Spike. There's some soup.
I hate your soup. It's gay.
Okay, so this part of the level
is bad.
It's not as bad as the, it's not as bad as the others, but it introduces a mechanic that's never been before seen in Gungrave, and it doesn't work out that well.
Is it not shooting?
It's platforming.
Oh.
And you gotta just like jump over these gaps.
Oh boy.
And you think, oh, that's not so bad. No, because you get shot and you fall down.
No, I don't think that's not so bad. I immediately think that is bad.
So, the gimmick to this part of the level is that on the bottom floor, there aren't that many regular enemies. A lot of them just fall off from the bit that we're supposed to be platforming over. But underneath are infinitely spawning crawling torsos that explode when you touch them.
Oh, cool.
And that's why you don't want to fall down.
Yeah.
The actual bad part of this is that every time you fall down, the enemies on these walking areas will respawn, so you have to do this all over again.
Cool.
So, like, if you fall down now, you have to do that first wave of enemies again.
Yeah.
And kind of over and over. That's like the real issue. I wouldn't have an issue with having to get these, like, weird jumps if I didn't have to shoot down, like, 20 men every time.
Now, do any of these enemies...
And also, like, it seems just like a bad problem in general that you can just kind of get fucked if, like, an enemy with a rocket hits you.
Yeah, it, like, falls over or just hits you. Yeah, it's like a real sort of, like, precision thing that hasn't really been necessary up till now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how many of these enemies have, like, knockdown capabilities? Like, is it mostly the concern, like, completing the actual jump, or is there good concern of, like, being knocked down?
Also, knockdown capabilities is my favorite stat in a wrestling RPG.
there is definitely more concern with me not making the jump.
Okay.
Because you can strafe to the sides and stuff, and that's pretty easy to get rid of the rocket guys, because there's usually only one to a group in this section. So it's not that big a deal.
It's pretty easy to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna like focus my attacks on that dude, and then and then you have to say, okay, time to do this basic fucking jump that is awful.
The only
in this
issue
system.
is right here at the very end when it drops 2 giant enemies on you, and you can still fall down and have to do the whole thing over again.
Yeah. Now, and they respawn too, don't they? These big like saw boys.
I don't know if the ones at the door respawn. I have not had that issue playing before, so I don't know.
Okay.
But you have to kill both of them to get through, and if one of them falls down, just like due to an attack of yours, you'll have to still find a way to shoot them down while they're on a different level than you, which I've had happen before. Like, you fell in that crack right there.
Yeah, this game's good.
And it was... Yeah, other than this entire last level and some of the other levels I've said are bad, this game's good.
Who's this guy again? Is he like Harry McDowell's son's ghost or something? I don't remember.
No, he's just a dead guy who's got a big gun.
Okay.
So here's Fangarim. He's like our other rival. So if like Bungie was our fast rival, this is our gun rival because he's got a big old gun.
Right.
Remember, they're named after the Cerberus heads, and he's got the center head. His main forms of attack are that Earthquake, which will pop up these pillars that can get in the way of your movement, and I think can only be destroyed by, like, rocket-type attacks. It's like the single damage demolition shots and also his own attacks. But, like, this attack is really easy to dodge. You just kind of have to strafe around him and know when to jump, because he does a charge shot.
He didn't hit you once.
Yeah, well, now we get to the second phase of the fight.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, like, isn't too much different. It just, it changes up a little bit of how his attacks work. Like, now he has sort of like this rapid-fire attack.
Oh, there we go.
He's sometimes quicker on the draw. And he'll start popping up more pillars during this bit. So, again, not too different. He does take a lot of damage, but... So that attack is like it's a random one. It's you have to be able to react to it. He'll just swing around and just randomly drop some bullets, and so you just have to you can't really be prepared for it, but you can get behind the pillars that he's made, and those will block a shot.
I just love the fact that the guns are called left head, right head, and center head. It's like somebody played Devil May Cry and was like, oh, ebony and ivory, okay, I can do that too.
But with 3 things.
They couldn't.
Yeah, there aren't enough groups of 3.
I don't know, you could have named them Harry, Curly, and Moe.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
And then to, like, activate your super special mode, you have to, like, knock the guns together against each other.
You have to stick your fingers down the barrels.
Yeah.
So once he reaches the halfway point, he'll do his Earthquake attack, but like 5 times in a row. And I haven't figured out like a really good way to handle this phase of the fight except to damage race him. And to like knock him out of his like Earthquake attack.
Right.
Like these are the only things I've figured out how to do. I'm sure there's some good strategy to it, but this works fine. It's not that hard to damage race him because, like, some of his attacks won't even hit you. like this one, the random shot becomes a lot easier to dodge when you can't move.
Yeah, this just seems like a hassle more than a challenge.
Yeah, it's weird. This phase of the fight is weird because like the way that they increase his difficulty and stuff the first time, it kind of made sense, like new attacks and kind of updates to old ones. And then this one's just like, oh, you're gonna get stuck here.
Like if he only did the 5 earthquake thing once, I think it would be sort of like a neat thing just for like the visual effect of being completely surrounded by these fucked up girders and shit.
Yeah.
Right, like on his third phase, he does it. Yeah, if it were just it going into the last phase of the fight, I think it would have been much more effective as like, oh, now you have to like fight your way through this kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Or even just like surrounding you by it, so like you have a smaller arena.
You know what's really good? This.
Oh, that is good. That is good. I like that. Oh man!
Whoa!
God damn it! I take it all back. This game's good.
Oh, it's so good.
Fuck.
Oh, it's symbolic.
Oh.
It's like Jesus.